All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to all the Akim out there pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, I just want to do this lesson, get a transit out in the spirit, and the topic is the Lord is turning us into gods, and when the serpent came to Eve first, the scriptures as it is written, the woman being deceived, and she basically turned, and her direction towards Adam, and Adam, fell away, But anyways, when the serpent went to them, they told him that Eve per se told her that basically you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil, and Apostle Gabar went into that with Elder Yaikwab, speaking about, that's what elevated our godship, because even though, the serpent, comes today as spiritual demon Satan, through his physical counterpart Esau, we had to go through this journey, and one thing about it, it was true, so we had to go through this journey of knowing both good and evil, because that was the extreme falling away of Adam. We represent Adam, all right, the Adamites that fell away, from their first estate, guys that felt like men. That's where you go into the Nephilim. A lot of people speak about the Nephilim being actually giant titans, but that was actually Israelites. Pursuing the Psalms 82 and 6, it says, ye are gods, but ye shall fall like men, and this is the falling of those gods. Just like, for brothers that have watched Marvel movies and things of that nature, that Thor, or these individuals, Thor had I think it was the first or the second one, but it was going into him actually falling from
use the right two lanes to take exit
his godship,
6 to merge onto University
and he
Parkway
descended
toward Lawrenceville.
upon men, and he basically, lost his virtue, and that even goes to the whole thing with Hercules, but that's all going to us, because it was a time where we reigned on top of the nations, it was a time where we were the pinnacle of man, first starting off with Adam, named all the beasts, he had dominion over those said beasts that he actually named, but then you see Jake today, they're being subject to devils, man, doing all this drug use, illegal, all these illegal practices, which really go into witchcraft, because the scriptures speak about how rebellion is the sin of witchcraft. They're just constantly pushing against the spirit and the vibration of the Most High, kicking against the pricks, but us brothers that turn away, scriptures speak about he that touch of pitch shall be defiled therein, and it says in Job 17 and 9 or 4, if I'm not mistaken, that they that have clean hands shall become stronger and stronger. So when you keep your hands off of that pitch, that dirt and that grime, that's where your ascension comes in at, man. Reading these scriptures as it is written. Blessed to see that, read it, studying to show yourself approved. Psalms 37:37, mark the perfect man, and we're going to always have these imperfections, because of course we've come in the flesh, so we're going to always have shortcomings. We're going to always fall, as it is written, a righteous man falleth 7 times, yet get up again. So you're going to always have these hiccups within your walk. You're going to always have these, forecast evils that you're going to be subject unto. But the power isn't from what you're subject unto. It's about bouncing back, actually being able to fight every battle, whether it's seen or unseen, known right now or unknown, and having full reliance in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. That's the Godship, and that power being with you and getting you through all those said perils, man. Like Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah was a God amongst men. First, he had the wisdom. The wisdom added to his virtue. Of course, the scripture says, Luke 2:52 speaks about how he raised up in wisdom and in stature, and it even speaks about his virtue. But it was the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. It speaks about how the dove descended on his spirit, in so many words. All right, so he was a God. That's an example. He actually overcame any and every obstacle that was set before him, all in the spirit. So for us to be likened unto Yahweh Shai, scriptures speak about us being joint heirs. We want to be heirs of the throne. So we're going to have to go through the same temptations. Likewise, some temptations, the scriptures speak about arming yourselves likewise, So when these things do touch down and come upon us, we'll be able to like fight or flight, to ascend above that, man. That's where you have the term overcome. He that overcometh these things shall, receive what I say. And we have faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We don't necessarily know. I mean, we actually have the words prophecy. We know in part, but we also know in part, prophesy in part. The Lord gave us a specific portion, but it's still certain things that's not written directly in the book. You see? So that's what I was saying, things known or unknown, but that's our faith in the Lord that we're going to get through, and we will get through having that faith, holding that faith and assurance, until the Lord actually makes the full scale deliverance and everything. The curtain's going to be lifted to show everything that we said was actually faithful and true, all in the faith of the Lord, and it was in the truth of the book. We didn't actually, like scripture speak about trimming your love. We didn't trim our love. We didn't show a different perspective outside of what's written, and that's the main thing, man. So I just wanted to go into that. Just keep doing our things. Scripture speak about adding to your adding, and like in the book of Peter, it speaks about godliness. It says, for if these things be in you, it shall make you where you're neither barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of the Lord. All right, so it's about abounding. 2 Peter is the first chapter. So with that, hopefully brothers and a few sisters edified them, and anybody giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How by Shema Shah by Shema Kakwadash, the abundance of the apostle, others a great millstone. Shalom Alaikum.